This is not going to be a perfect video. This is probably going to be super sloppy, out of order, just chaotic, maybe. Or I'm thinking that it has to be perfect, and in reality, it doesn't have to be. It never has to be perfect. What is perfectionism again? Note to self: the creative journey is a sensitive one. You must be mindful. You must be mindful of whose words you consume. Do not let the power of words disrupt the flow of art and vision inside you. Note to self: what the heck does that even mean? And where did I get that from? Matter of fact, when did I write this? If I were to honestly try to break this down the best way I know how, I would try to keep it very simple. Listening to other people sometimes is just not the best course of action, because when you think about it, you're listening to people with different perspectives, different choices of living, different expectations, different experiences. Everything about them is just different. So sometimes it's just not okay to listen. It's okay to hear, but do you really gotta download and process what other people are saying to you? I always think of it as eat the meat, throw away the bones. Because not everything that somebody says is resourceful. I have one too many experiences where I have conversated with a fellow human on this ghetto floating rock. And when they said something that just did not click, maybe click is not the best choice of words. It just wasn't it. Something that I struggle with from time to time is listening to other people when I know that what they're saying literally adds no value. And I'm saying that from a perspective you would want to hear them out just because you might know them or know of them, or you have some kind of rapport, you have some kind of relationship with these people. And so you genuinely try to listen. But then you start to look at how they live, the choices that they've made, the way that they manage their finances, the way they take care of themselves, the way they see other people. It just makes it so hard, you know? Those words, a different perspective, relationship advice, because we all know people love to give those, and yet their relationship does not reflect the advice that they give. Eat the meat, throw away the bones. This is honestly just a note that I wrote to myself. As you know, if you do not know, and if you are new, welcome to the Nelly Drayton Show. I am Nelly Drayton, the only Nelly Drayton to exist in this world right now. My point is, the creative journey is very sensitive. You are a creative individual, and you think about the amount of time, sweat, and tears you put into your projects, you put into your writing, you put into your visuals, you put into your food if you are a chef, you put into creating graphics for your clients, or even just for yourself, or any amount of creativity that requires you to sit still and put your hand to the grind. That is a sensitive journey. And this is something that I wrote to myself. I've had some people make me feel like what it is I truly desire is just too much. What I want is too much. What I would like is too much. It's not. It's just too much. Everything about me is always too much, huh? Everything? I know about 3 people right now that disagree, which means what? I'm going to eat the meat and throw away the bones with what you telling me. Say I made a little short video about this, about how wanting more is a crime. Isn't that crazy? When you want more for yourself, people make it a crime. When you want a little bit more than what you currently have, people try to make it a crime. Like, you're wrong, you're bad, you shouldn't be wanting more of those things. It's demonic, as some of the Christian folks will say. Or it's selfish. Right. Uh-huh. Let me call my therapist real quick. Hey. Yeah. You wouldn't believe what I heard today. Because my therapist will have a laugh at a lot of the things that people try to tell me to make me feel as if what I want is just not acquirable. I want is just the absolute most. The point is, the creative journey is a very sensitive one. You're focused on your art. You're focused on creating. You're focused. I'm on a ball, by the way. But the creative journey, the creative journey is a sensitive one. Nobody knows the specific steps that you would have to take to get where you are going to be in your life. They're going to give you the roundabout. They're going to give you the basics, the simple disciplinary thoughts you should have when it comes to getting where you want to be in your creative journey. I'm at a place in my life right now where I question everything that has ever happened to me as a child because it affects how I live my life now. It literally defines who I am in the making, right? I'm not my past. I can't be my past. I'm not even remotely close to the person a lot of folks used to see me as. You will never see me as the same Janelle twice. And that's the best thing about growing. The creative journey that I'm on now reminds me of my past and how I had to go to church every Sunday, Wednesday, and Saturday, Thursday, sometimes Tuesdays, depending on what all the woman that gave birth to me was involved in. And in a sense, I was always wondering, well, if I want to do this, how can I do it and it give God glory, right? And it was like a very frustrating feeling that I had for a very long time. Now, am I speaking against Christianity? I am not. I am speaking from my personal experience and what it has done for me. If I was to be completely honest with what I have seen for myself and how I was treated and how I interacted with people compared to how I am now as an individual on my own without the influence of others, Christian religion hindered my perspective on life because in a sense, you cannot tell yourself you know all. You just can't. You cannot say to people that, well, God is going to always see you through this and see you through that. Right. Tell that to people that were sexually abused as kids. Now you're being insensitive. And then you say, well, God will heal you. Okay, well, what if somebody is still having nightmares about what happened to him? You see what I'm saying? You have to truly be careful the types of words that you take in throughout your whole life, because you legit have no idea how that will affect you mentally, how you interact with people, how you interact with your own children, how you interact with friends. Like it's so much to it. I know of a few people right now who will say that they were hurt the most by the Christian religion. And that's just from my perspective. I'm sure that there are other people that can speak on what they've experienced with different religions that exist in the world that makes the world, right? The creative journey is a sensitive one because you're constantly peeling off your upbringing. You're peeling off any abuse that you dealt with or any trauma you dealt with as a kid that nobody knows about, or some people know about it and they were very insensitive to it. You're just peeling all that stuff off and how your parents raised you and what they told you to believe in and how you should believe and all those things. And you're becoming your own person. You're thinking for yourself. For once in your life, you are lost because you are finally at a place where their teachings and their upbringings do not work anymore. How the heck do you navigate that? I don't know. The creative journey truly is a sensitive one. I can't express that enough. Be careful. Be careful about the things you consume, and the things that you've already consumed. Make sure that you've taken the proper precautions to consume and digest and poop out whatever you don't need. Because I promise you, you're going to feel bloated with a bunch of information that ain't got nothing to do with you or the price of tea in China. I told you this video was going to be chaotic. I'm all over the place. You see what I'm saying? But I will say shout out to the people who have spoken life over me and who have truly valued me as a person these last couple of years of my life, outside of all of the things I've experienced that made me realize that I had no idea who I really was until now. And I think a lot of people can relate to that, which is why all of a sudden, for some strange reason, I'm feeling the need to make a video. Huh? With that being said, that's a note to myself. You got this, Janelle. Nelly, you got this, baby. Do you. And all you can. A couple of years from now, I'm going to come back to this video and I'm going to be like, I really did it. I really did this. Also, shout out to Corey for coming back. But, you know me, always trying to be like Nike and just do it. What about you?